Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Trekking My Dream. Since this is already week 2, you must be wondering what exciting news I have for you and what is going on over here. Well, I can tell you it's both a lot and almost nothing at all, it seems. But I realize it's just a lot of preparation that needs to be done. You know, inside of me, in my not my mind because my mind understands, but in my heart, what I'm feeling is I'm ready now. But the facts are that I am clearly not. For example, I just came back from a driving lesson that is absolutely necessary for my plans to move to Spain. Well, you could say I could go walk over there or take a bike or a train or whatever, but that's not the same. I want to be able to drive all the way from here to where we're going to live. And also, I need to be able to get around in those mountains because I want to live in the countryside. So I really need my driver's license. And that's one of the many things that are sometimes frustrating because it just takes time, like building this channel. If it was up to me, I would say, yes, I want a lot of followers and a lot of views today, but that's not realistic. So it's just a matter of keep going step by step, steady, slow progress. And it's worth the wait. I know that sometimes it's a bit difficult to remain patient, but it will be counterproductive to rush into things at this point because it's so important that I really want to do it right this time. So, so what helps me to have that inspiration that I very much need to keep going is, for example, I got this book. It's a book about having a camper trip in Andalusia, so around the villages and the natural sites in the area where I want to live. So even though I do not even have my driver's license yet, it helps me to look ahead and imagine what it would be like if I drive those roads and, together with my kids and have a real road trip, go away for a couple of weeks, look around over there. Because I've been to Spain before, not in the south, but in the Barcelona area. But my children have never been to another country. So that will be an amazing adventure. So that's one of the things I need to do. I need to finally get my driver's license. I need to build my channel. I'm working on building my Etsy shop again. I'm working on building my coaching business online. What else am I doing? You know, only if we just look at these YouTube videos, for example, I posted one yesterday and it took me over 2 days of 10 working hours a day to get that video posted and uploaded and edited and everything that needed to happen. And that's such a frustrating, slow process. And the only way to deal with it is to go through. And I'm sure it will get better when I get more experienced. And it is necessary. So imagine if in a magical way I was granted a wish and I would wish to be in this place in Spain, in my dream home, my dream land, owning the home and land, having all the animals I want to have over there, having people come for retreats, for coaching, for therapy. That would be a disaster because even though I feel I'm ready, I'm not ready. I really am not ready. I have to do it step by step. I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm capable of, but I can't just jump from here to there. I have to make it work. There are many things I still need to learn. And one of the things I'm learning is that it is a slow, steady progress. And there's nothing wrong with that. If I was in a situation where it would be just me, no kids, no cats, then I could even leave everything behind, take one backpack and just take off and figure things out along the way. But there are so many responsibilities that I have. I have to make sure there's an income. I have to make sure we have food. Not today, but tomorrow and the day after and the day after. And that's the thing also with being a single mother. It is having a lot of freedom, but also having a lot of responsibility because everything comes down to me. But still, we can work together as a team, of course. So we're studying Spanish, doing our exercises, because we need to be able to at least have a basic conversation with our new neighbors. And with learning Spanish, it's the same kind of process. I want to have quick results. I want to be making a lot more visible progress. Then what's happening is that I'm able to read books in Spanish, but I cannot have a simple conversation. So then I have to step down again and take it slow, but not so easy, by the way. It's not easy, it's difficult in a different way. Talking about speed, speeding up actually makes me slow down. I've realized that. So, not that much news to share, other than I'm still busy working on all these things at the same time. That quite fills up my days. Got a history book about Spain. That's fun to read. What else am I doing? We're watching some videos as a family to keep us inspired. And sometimes it's a bit difficult to decide where to put my time and energy because there are so many aspects of this plan. One small example is I want to have bees and make our own honey and use the beeswax to make beautiful candles. But if I use my precious time now to learn about beekeeping, to learn all the details that are to be learned about beekeeping, and I cannot even have bees here, then that's a bit of a waste of time. At this point, there's better things that I can do that will help me progress faster or in a steady way. But what I am doing is making candles from beeswax. This is an example. This is a beautiful beeswax candle. That's something I can do, but it's not my own beeswax. I had to buy it, but at least I'm doing something in that direction. And all those little things keep me going. And I have to find in between ways, in between ways that still express my dreams, still express this direction without distracting me from the work that needs to be done. And if I do that right, and I think I am, that will keep me motivated and joyful and moving. That's the most important thing, not the speed of the moving, but the fact that I am moving. And yesterday I was so frustrated with uploading that video. It took 7 hours just to upload it on YouTube. Not to mention what happened in the process before that. And there's nothing you can do but wait or use your waiting time to plan the next video. I couldn't even use my internet while I was uploading. There was another lesson learned. I cannot plan a coaching session and upload a video in the background. That's not possible. So maybe I should get a more maybe I should get a more expensive computer that can handle more things at the same time. Maybe I should have two computers, but you need money to buy those kind of things. And at this point, I'm happy to be able to afford food. So that's that. You have to do it with the possibilities at hand and become creative with that. Another thing is that sometimes it becomes easy to think of quitting or thinking of not being able to do something because of this and this reason. But those are excuses. It's always possible to think of something that gets you going again. And sometimes you just need a little break. And sometimes you need to sleep. And in between, you just go at whatever speed is right for that moment. So I feel like a bit of a snail right now. And sometimes I'd like to skip certain parts but that will get me into trouble. So I'll just go with it and see what comes my way, stay flexible, and never lose sight of what I'm after. I think that's all for now, and I will see you again next week. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.